Hey Sarah, how are you?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've had a freaking nightmare, but we're in now, so I'm just going to unmute myself and hide myself, and hopefully Sam will come in.
Yeah, he's just messaged me. He'll be in a minute. He's just on a test drive, but I'm going to kick off and get going. So you playing the intro video and stuff, or? You hear me, Craig?
It's the same power to weight ratio as a Ferrari 488.
Where's mine?
It's Churro Champion signing off. You've been tuned in to
Craig, can you hear me?
Yes, you're live, mate.
What? We're live on YouTube?
Yeah, we have been. You need to watch the stream.
Well, yeah. Okay. Right, so we've got 2 people watching. We've had technical issues. Our man Craig, who's behind the scenes, making sure everything runs smoothly, had a bit of a issue, technical issue, which was a hacking, I believe, Craig. So hopefully you've sorted that out. And Sam is out on a test drive, selling a car, which is what he needs to do to make ends meet, and it's what he does. So, right, while we wait for our first guest, who's going to be Supercar Nigel, I'm going to send Nigel a message in a moment. I just want to give you a quick update on what's been going on. So, Petrolheadonism, we've brought in some new sponsors, and the full sponsors list is on one of the latest Instagram posts. But Autotech UK came in yesterday, and the livery is on the car, the stickers are on the car, and they've got some amazing deals. So if you're, oh look, let's admit Sam into the room. Sam, come in. So Autotech UK doing alarms and some awesome tech stuff on cars, and Ship My Car came in at the weekend and a few others. Sam, all right.
Come on, baby!
Here we are. Right, we're live. No more tech issues.
We're live! This is fucking crazy, we're live!
Okay, no need to shout, Sam. We had complaints last week because you're too loud.
I do apologise. I will try and withhold my voice from the world.
I'm going to turn you down a bit.
Crazy chap.
Right, I've got Supercar Nigel. He's been waiting to join us, and I'm going to grab him now. Join us now. Send him a quick message. How's your day been, mate?
Pardon?
How's your day been?
It's been all right. The reason I was a little bit late, I had someone out on road test in the C63. So,
Yeah.
I mean, shame to see it go, but if it goes, it goes. It's money in the bank. But yeah, I had a bit of a crazy weekend. My mum got taken into hospital with COVID. Luckily, she got released yesterday. But I have had to shut the car sales down because I've been waiting for my COVID result. Although I didn't have it, I was good to go. So, Supercar Nigel!
Supercar Nigel, we're just waiting for your audio. We can't hear you. You there?
Oh, are you talking to me, Chiro?
Yes, there you are. Supercar Nigel's joined us.
Good evening.
he's
Hang
a
on.
very happy chappy.
Oh, I'm very. I'm getting myself prepared. I'm taking my jumper off, so I'm looking a little bit sexier. A little bit extra.
Before we look at any cars, Nigel, I just want to know what you're doing about the fact that Supercar Blondie, Supercar Lucy, Supercar Harry all copied you with the Supercar Nigel. What are you going to do about it?
Well, first of all, I'm pretty certain Supercar Blondie was way before me. She's got a lot more followers.
I thought she was your side piece. I said to Sarah, I said, is that his like lady on the side, his hostess with Misfit?
No. He's got Supercar Mandy. There's Mandy. Hi, Mandy.
Hi.
She's got best number plate in the UK. The best number
Yes,
plate
she
in
has.
the UK.
If you call Mandy, she has. Obviously, if you called, think of another lady, Christine, it'd be no good.
No, Mandy wouldn't work for a Christine, would it?
No, but yes, I'll show you that in a minute. No, Supercar Blondie. I don't follow her. Then again, I don't follow many. But yeah, Supercar Harry. Yeah. Well, do you know something, Chiro? The reason someone asked me this because I'm not really clued up with supercars, knowing them all. I'm pretty good with Porsches, but someone asked me and said, "Why do you call yourself Supercar Nigel if you don't know about supercars?" I said, "Well, it was either Supercar Nigel or Fat Nigel. And I decided Fat Nigel isn't really nice, is it? So I decided Supercar Nigel were better. What do you think?
Supercar Nigel's the one. Sam?
I love it. There's a guy next to me called Barney Superbikes. And it's crazy because his name's Barney and he works on superbikes. And I said, well, when he was born, do you reckon his mum and dad were like, do you know what, son? With a second name like that, you're going to fix superbikes.
Yeah. Well, I'd have just had initials called, BFB. Is it BFB? BFB, yes. If you can work out what BFB means, big fat. There you go. Do you want to see what Mandy's doing?
What's Mandy preparing for your dinner tonight?
So what are we doing? Are we doing like? Are we live now, Chiro, or
You're
not?
live on air across YouTube, Facebook, and I believe Instagram as well.
Right, I didn't realise that. In that case, should we do some questions and answers? Is that the idea? And is it just me, or do you have like one person, then they disappear?
You're taking over again.
Sorry. No, go on.
So we've got you on. You're our guest right now. Then you'll go, and we'll have somebody else on. 2 guests every week. A lot of tech behind the scenes, which is why we had a little technical issue. But you're streaming over all my social media and all over Sam's social media. Eventually, we'll go global.
Are you in an old toy shop on Old Pudding Lane?
Yeah, I am.
Because it looks like it looks a little bit like my grandma's furniture, if I'm being honest. But the stuff what's in it's probably quite nice.
Yeah, no, I've got my little cars in there.
Right. Yeah, I think
so. You've had a day to remember because you've picked up your dream car.
Oh,
can you tell us how we got to today? Because you're a Porsche guy, and today you picked up your dream car. How did you get to today?
Well, when you say how to get there,
no crying.
No, I got here by. I've always loved cars, Chiro. I think anybody who follows me will have heard me say these stories a number of times. I've always loved cars. From being a child, you know, when it's pedal cars, push cars, toy cars. Never been technically minded with them though. I've never like dabbled with engines or anything like that. But I love cars, and I probably like going fast if I'm being honest with you. So let me just turn this radio off. So obviously, as soon as it was my most important thing in life was to pass a driving test. So I put in for actually back then I put in for my driving test when I was 16. And you're going to say, hang on, you're not that old here. Back then you put in for your driving test, and it came through about 3 months after you put in for it. So I put in for it like 6 weeks before my 17th birthday.
Yeah.
My birthday was in April, so it came through for 4th of June, and I've always been able to drive. I was able to drive my dad let me drive the van and things like that, and car up and down drive. So I'd always driven from 12-year-old, let's say. So I didn't even think about failing the driving test. I just thought it's such a simple thing. And I took my driving test on the 4th of June and failed. I was such a bag of nerves because for me, a driving test, I didn't get any exam results at school. I'm not an academic. My sister's academic. I'm not. So for me, driving test was everything. And I failed. I couldn't believe I failed. And you had to reapply, and you had to have a month back then between when you failed to when you took it. So the next day, I failed on the 4th of June. The next day was the 4th of July. So obviously I remember the date, 4th of July, especially because, you know, I'm into fireworks.
Yeah.
American Independence Day. 4th of July, I passed my driving test. And basically, always had cars and loved cars. You know, back then again, I couldn't afford, when I said, right, so I could afford about 300 quid for a car back then. That was my budget, 300 quid. My dad lent me £1,000 to get a better car. Oh. So I bought a Vauxhall Cavalier, registration number TET551S, in like a beigey colour it was, like a mustardy colour. Vauxhall Cavalier, loved it. It was what?
Brown. It was brown. Admit it was brown.
Well, it wasn't brown. It was yeah. And you know something? Go to that car. I remember one of the things I did to it, because again back then because again electric windows, cars didn't have electric windows.
No.
You could buy these big units. You took your winder off, and this big unit fitted on your door, which made this electric noise to take your windows up and down. And I had electric windows fitted in this car. And I felt like $1 million in this car, this electric window, when driving down and actually pressed the button so people could see I wasn't winding a window down. Look at my electric window I've got in this car. And it was brilliant. And then I had a Datsun 100A. But the dream was back then, obviously, was cars like XR3Is.
You're that era, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a car called a Vauxhall Astra GT, which lots of people have heard about Astra GT. But back then, the Mark 1 Astra GT, not the Mark 2 with the digital dash, the Mark 1, no one had heard of an Astra GT. And there was an Astra GT for sale for £5,200. And I swear to God, you might even believe me on this, I wanted that car so badly. For 4 months, I earned the money in 4 months, 30-something years ago, to buy that car. I didn't. I promise you this. I don't lie.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. All I did was save, work, and save every penny I could possibly save, doing every job to buy this car, and I bought the car.
Wicked.
And that was my first dream car, an Astra GT. Back then, also, I had a.
Sorry. So you've gone from that dream back then to today. What did you pick up today?
What I would say is the Astra GTE wasn't a dream. Right. The dream was there's only one other car. There's one other car other than the car I picked up today.
Yeah. What
I would have signed on the dotted line and signed my life away, a percentage of my earnings for the rest of my life. That was a 2.8 injection Capri with pepper pot alloys. I would have signed, and I still look at Capris now and think, oh my God, I love them. They even look amazing now still. So that's that car, and the car I bought today are probably the only cars where it's, my wording to Mandy the other day was, that car is the only car what I've got now what I'd be willing to commit a crime for. And that's probably not a good advertisement, but do you know, like, yeah, I'd rob a bank for this car. Not the way to get it, but
I'll say most of them were used to robbing banks, weren't they, in the 80s?
Yeah, banks, yeah. So sorry, Sam.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ian, sorry.
No, don't interrupt me because I don't stop. I'm like a broken record, I think the word in this. Hang on, Chiro's thinking he wants the story from then to there. We've got year one. We've now got there's another 40 years.
We're going to take it back to when you were born. Let's go back to when you were born.
Yeah.
What was your first Xbox car? Because we're running a bit late getting on everything, let's see the cars before you show us the dream car.
Okay.
Sam's an American car guy.
Cheers.
Anybody? Sorry.
That's right. My buddy Dom from Canada is available to join in the chat for 18 minutes from 2 minutes away. And are you everyone happy him just joining in with a chat and just looking around the cars, and we'll throw some questions at him as well because he's only on for a couple of.
We'll bring Dom in because he's going to love what Nigel's going to show us. Yeah.
Come on in, Dominic. Come on.
I'm gonna get a torch, mate. I'm gonna get a torch.
We're getting a tour by Nigel of his house.
I've
been there. It's amazing.
It's not exactly my garage, if that's the word. And this is, Mandy, just ask Annie where he's put the GT3.
We've lost the GT3, everybody.
The GT3's in the garage over there. So do you need to see it? I forgot about this, Chiro. Look, I might find out face to touch. Hang on, how do I turn the camera around?
Press the button with the little thingies.
I can only see you. Oh, that don't work. I can only see you. Let me go back in here. What little thing is?
Press a button on. Just press the screen.
Oh yeah, more.
And then you should have somewhere where you can turn the camera around.
It looks like arrows going in the other direction.
No, it's not doing it. Oh yeah, got it. Done it. Right then. Look at me going outside because this one's under canopy. So this is my. I'm shining a torch on it for you. This is my Porsche 992 Turbo S cab. So this at the moment is one hell of a fast car off the line. It's out here because it's normally in the garage, but I put it out here today. Oh, I'm going to show you Mandy's car, but that's not here either. Where's she gone? There's no bloody cars here. Right. Where's your car?
Harry's gone in it.
Oh my God, Harry's gone home in it. I don't believe it. I'm doing this bloody video where I'm supposed to be showing cars, Mandy. Oh, GT3's over here. Let's go over to this one then. Right then. Turbo S there. Right, I'm going to show you GT3 because that's still here. Right. Sorry, Cheer, about this.
That's
I
okay,
weren't
mate.
prepared for that. Does anybody want to see the Incredible Hulk? Do you know
Yes, we
Cheer?
do.
Look at him in my garden.
No,
He's good, him, innit?
that is cool.
That's my T6 transporter van, which has got quite a posh number plate on it, considering it's a van. It's got a number 1 number plate on it, which is nice for a van. That's my new van there, my Crafter. And here's the GT3 just sat out here on its own. Have you ever done car views where the bloke has decided just to walk around with a torch? Not normal, this is it. It looks like we're some. Do you know when I said I'm willing to commit a crime? It looks like we're out burgling cars, doesn't it? Yeah. So that's the
Nigel,
GT3.
So Nigel, that's Harry's car, isn't it? How long has he had that one?
Well, it's Harry's car, but obviously I always tell people this because people think, how does Harry afford a car like this? It's Harry's car, but it's my car.
Okay.
If you know what I mean. But it's Harry's car. So, yeah. And he's had this car. We've had this one probably over a year. And it's the most fabulous car. And it's an amazing car for track days. It's got a JCR exhaust on it, so it sounds amazing. What about lighting garden as well?
Yes.
If anybody's not... We've got Porsche. We've got Bernard. We call him Bernard, by the way. We'll ignore him. I'm going to go back over to my garage because I'm going to show you my dream car.
Brilliant. Here we go. Everybody that's tuned in on YouTube, on Facebook,
this is the dream.
Here we go. The dream car.
So this
Nigel
is the dream.
Fulfilled the dream. And when I saw you on Instagram earlier, I did think there was a tear in your eye because
I'm an emotional person. I'm an emotional person, as people know. And I am, do you know something? Getting something like that is absolutely amazing. But here we go. You ready?
We're ready.
Look at that in garage.
Oh my God.
Just look at it. I'm not kidding. I'm absolutely blown away with it. I mean, in the flesh, it looks even better in yellow. If you said to someone, I'm buying a yellow car, you think, oh, yellow, that's a bit, but it works so well with the GT2 RS, as you can see. And I love it. It will be having, when it comes back, the number plate on this is going to be B1 GNT, which is obviously big NT, because I'm called big. I am 6'1", but I think people call me more big because of the width rather than the height.
It's the girth, Nigel. The girth.
Yes. I'm certainly glad Mandy's not here because if Mandy heard you say something about the girth, she'd say, "Was he kidding?" That's for certain. Let's just see if it's open. Yeah, it is. So again, it's a beautiful spec. Yellow stitching. I love it that it's got these seats in titanium roll cage. Obviously, it's carbon. In the GT2 RS, all this comes carbon, the standard. It's got the Y-Sack pack.
Yeah.
Which 90% of all GT2 RSs have. So compared to a GT3 RS, all this is carbon. Look at me, I've still got my torch in my hand. Carbon. Just look at this carbon. It's just
phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. I mean,
so my first experience of driving a GT Porsche was the GT3 RS up in Scotland with Baz, and then he took me out in his very similar GT2 RS Y-Sack pack. And when he booted that car, that was when I experienced Porsche, and I realized this is different. This is not a Lamborghini. It's not a Ferrari, not a McLaren. It's Porsche. This is what it's all about. And that car kind of got me to where I am today in terms of I love my GT4 wannabe that we've just got. And it's
that's
nowhere near what you've got there, but
you love it.
Car, it's phenomenal. That car you've got there is absolutely amazing. Sam, what do you think?
It's another level, isn't it? If you think about the quality of that car, I'm not really a Porsche guy, but my God, what I do to own that car, and I think that is what people need to understand. Until your eyes are opened and you really can see it, you see an old Porsche Boxer drive by and you think all the same, But you look at that yellow car, the red car, the white car. I mean, for me, the white car under the canopy is stunning. The red car is unbelievable. But the yellow, I mean, the carbon and the detail and the fins going down the front wings, just like another level. It looks like it's doing like a couple 100 mile an hour to start there.
Magnesium wheels.
Magnesium wheels.
By the way, if you chip one of these, so that's why Mandy's not driving it. Shouldn't say that, she's never chipped a wheel, but if you chip one, you can't repair them. And to replace one wheel is £7,500 per wheel. now, Machiro, but hang on.
In a moment, I just wanted to ask you a question because I know that when the GT2 RS, you had to be known to Porsche. You had to play the game to get it brand new. And when they arrived brand new, they kind of jumped to kind of £500,000.
Yes.
I don't want to know how much you bought it for. I don't want to know vulgarity like that. But how's the price changed?
That car brand new was £250,000. That's what the car was new when they first came out, and they all were registered in 2018, obviously, so they're all basically 2018 cars. They did go to vulgar money, like you just said. They were £500,000. That's settled on them now. They've come down, but I wanted one of these. I've wanted one for probably a year and a half, 2 years. They're a little bit beyond my reach, if I'm being honest with you. That car was a little bit beyond my reach. Too much money, but hoping they're going to drop. But they've not dropped. They're still 300. You know, you see, you go and have a look on Auto Trade, you'll see the £320,000. There's a left-hand drive one for £290, but they're holding at £300,000.
Yeah.
As you know, I love the GT3 RS and I love the GT3 RS, and I've driven both before buying this car, and I would say the GT3 RS is almost more pleasurable driving around a track. It's a cracking car, just like our GT3 is, though, for me, to be honest with you. But I came to the thing, if I bought a GT3 RS at £200,000 or a GT2 RS at £300,000 or thereabouts, I'm just giving a rough number there. The 2RS was the dream, and I was able to reach the dream. You know, I reached. It was a bit of a stretch, but we've stretched out. We've reached it. As you know, if anybody follows me again, I did have a Speedster. I bought a Speedster from Porsche. It was the one time I loved the car. I think it was a lovely car, but I actually put greed, money before love. It's the only time when I came back and told Mandy I could have had a GT3 RS or there's a chance of a Speedster. And I said, well, one's going to be worth 100 grand more than I pay for it. One's going to be worth 30 grand more than I pay for it. And money took over rather than my heart. And I bought a Speedster. And it's the only time, Mandy said when I come on, she said, it's the first time you've ever in your life I've known you put money before what you want. And I said, but Mandy, I'd be an idiot not to. The Speedster came out. It was a lovely car. And it's a lovely car. It's a beautiful looking car, but it didn't achieve the overs like it was expected to do, and it still hasn't. So at the moment, they're going for list price. That's what Speedsters are doing. So there's no profit on it. I've lost money on mine. So, you know, you can't say you flipped it to make money because I've lost money. And it was the wrong car for me, Chiro. That's the big important thing. Yeah. It's all right saying, yeah, this, that, and the other. Once I bought it, I am not into manual gearboxes. You could say, well, purists love a manual gearbox. I'm not a purist. I like modern gear, modern stuff. Yeah. What's PDK gearbox?
The PDK on the GT2 RS, GT3 RS is faultless. It's seamless. It's amazing.
And you know, if you're going around a track, for instance, I don't even bother. I just leave it in automatic. When Harry's driving, he wants it in manual. And if you want to put it in manual, put it in manual. There you go. But the other thing with the Speedster was, it's got a manual roof. So if you went anywhere, and we didn't go very far in that car, if you did go anywhere, what's the weather like? Yeah, we'll put roof up and put it down, or you had to get out. And I'm not in this shape from being extremely fit, I can assure you, and jumping about. So whereas my Turbo S, I can drive up to the motor, I can go somewhere now, and the motorway is only 3 miles from my house. Yeah. And I could set off with the roof down, knowing that as soon as I come up to the motorway on Slip Road, the roof goes up. It's so easy. It's an automatic roof, and it's so easy. Let me get out of here. She's making. What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm just going to batter some chicken drumsticks.
She's going to batter some chicken drumsticks. She normally batters me. She softens a brush with me.
Sam, have you got any questions? Obviously, with Sam being an American car guy, Nigel is pure Porsche. You get people that are like brand, like everything about that brand. What?
my main thing really is just seeing how you've progressed. And Hard Up Garage, which I've built over the last few years, is all about, your dream is achievable if you've got the bollocks to go out there and work for it. And just seeing how you, worked hard for your first car. And, sometimes it does take a little bit more to stretch to get what you really want. But, it's going to be lovely for the viewers to see that, you can make the wrong mistake if you're thinking with the wrong head. A guy called Michael Lightbourne in America says, you've got two heads. You've got a head down there and a head up here. He said it's very, very hard to stop thinking with the wrong head. And, you said with the speedster there that you were thinking with the wrong head. You were thinking about the money. And really, you weren't following your heart and your proper head. And I think that's a really, really amazing thing to see. And you're sort of turning my view for the cars I love towards the Porsche side now, the more German side. And I think we're going to have to go for a drive up there one day to your own and check them out.
Well, the thing is, I know that the GT2 RS, GT3 RS are track cars. You can hoon that round the track, keep going, and then drive it home. You wouldn't necessarily want to be doing that with a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. The Porsche is built for it, engineered for it. Are you going to track that GT2 RS?
I want to love it and respect it, Chiro, and I do want to care for it, but I know what I'm like, and yes, I will take it on track. I won't be able to help it, so yes, I want to use the car. I don't want to ruin it because I really love. I want to mollycoddle it, and yet I still want to take it on track days. So yes, I will. But can I just say, last week we went on a runway thing to test the Turbo S against the Lamborghini Performante.
Yeah.
Which the Turbo S over a quarter of a mile was faster. And whoever won that was going to compete against the SVJ, which, by the way, I thought the Performante looked amazing. And then this SVJ turns up and I think, oh my God, the Performante looked good. This SVJ makes that look like an ordinary car. SVJ and Lamborghinis are a proper eyeful. I mean, as you know, they are an eyeful. They are, wow. But the SVJ did one run, then it couldn't do anymore because it was struggling. It wouldn't go into launch control, all this. But by the way, the Porsche still beat it. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that because he's put it on his video. But yeah, the Porsche was the best. But the Porsche, you can do it again and again and again and again. Yeah. And I'm a testament to this. We go on these track days and we've had lots of lower price track cars like Renault Clios, Citroen, not Citroen, bloody Renault Meganes, Honda Civic Type R's, and a Ford Focus RS. So we've had all those cars what we bought for track days, and they're great. And I think if somebody wants a car to use as a daily and do an odd track day, cars like Civic Type R's, Focuses are brilliant. But when you go on that track day, be prepared to do, let's just say, where we go Donington, you do 10 laps, you need to come in. You'll need to because your brakes will stop working.
Exactly.
You'll need a cool down. The Porsche, and I know ours have got carbon ceramics, but we've had steel brakes. They keep going. They're phenomenal.
You're not the first person to say that, and that's why when I was researching between a Lotus, a M3, a Caterham, and the Porsches, the Cayman was the one for me. I don't feel the balance of the 911. Maybe I'm not the best driver, so the Cayman giving me that rear mid-engine was the perfect choice for me. And then the fact that you can take it on track, it will just keep going and going, and it's set up brilliantly, and then just drive home. So I think if people can stretch to it, Porsches are the best track cars.
Yeah. Well, Giros, as you probably know, we've had a Cayman 981 GT4, which was unbelievable car. And I say this, we also had the 718 GT4, and I think Harry would agree with this as well, that we almost preferred the 981 GT4. We preferred it. Now, there's me. I've just said I do not want a manual car. A manual GT4 on a track, by the way, is phenomenal. I'm going to deny it. It's, but if I had a choice of buying a PDK, I would be buying a PDK because I want to drive it to the track and I want to, how often do you go on tracks with cars? We do quite a few. And when I say do quite a few, we do, hang on, someone's trying to phone me. Sorry, are you still there?
That's all right. Yeah, we're still there. You're still
someone
there.
trying to phone me. We do probably five track days a year.
Yeah.
So when you actually think about it, what, 5 days a year? Yeah, I'm not going to buy a manual car for 5
For
days
that.
a year.
It's interesting now. Sam's obviously heard us, and Sam, you know cars inside out. With the big American V8s, you've got the choice of like automatic shifter or like manual. But if you were choosing a car, would you go PDK or manual?
So let's talk about my age, right? Because when I was 17 years old, and the funny thing is, I passed my driving test. Like I was like driving when I was 16, and I managed to pass when I was 17 as well. So I feel the love that Nigel's got. And the funny thing is when I was 17 years old, it was all about the manual. It was all about doing donuts and riding that clutch and having loads of fun. But the
handbrake skids, something we can't do anymore. By the way, Sam, we can't do these handbrake skids anymore. We know handbrakes in cars.
Well, my first car was a Citroen Saxo, and I used to go to McDonald's and steal a couple of trays and put them under the rear wheels, pull the handbrake up, and do a bit of rear wheel fun. But you sort of look at it now. I've been driving that C63 around, right, and it's so nice just cracking it into frickin' drive, setting the cruise control and the 50-mile-an-hour limits, and actually enjoying that instead of being like all the time. I mean, the truth of the matter is, if it's something we're going to go out and be an idiot in and have some fun and pull a crowd, then for me it's manual all the way, because you always see these people driving out of car shows and losing control with an automatic because you can't feel the engine. Unless you're a real driver, like
exactly,
you're not used to the traction or the way that it can just catch. With a manual, you've got that on-off switch with a clutch where you can actually feel the power and you can actually have some feel within the control. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. With
Nigel, sorry, it's the director here. I've found this great video. If I play it, are you right to talk about it?
Yeah. Sorry, Nigel's just about to play this great video. Let's have a look at that. Have you got it, Craig?
Just so you know, Dominic's going to come on at 10 past. He's just
okay, brilliant. Nigel, you've got 5 minutes.
You better off just telling me, right, it's time to go. Bye.
Nigel, I could have you on all day. And when I come up and visit you, I could stay and talk all day. So,
we do. And we do.
So we're showing a clip of the Red Bull car jumping over Venice. What was that, Craig?
I can't see it, Chiro.
No, that's it. No, we just saw it here. Just going back to our conversation about PDK and manual, I think when I've driven the GT3 RS, even with the PDK, you can come out sideways of side streets, and it has such brilliant control. I've always been really impressed with it. So I don't know how that's relevant, Craig.
We love it.
Yeah, it is great. It's a car jumping over Venice River. Nigel, so now that you've got a GT2 RS, Mandy's got Mandy as a number plate, M4ND.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to show you that. Yeah,
Harry's taken it. Harry's got GT3, and you've got the turbo. What's next? How do you set your sights?
There's nothing. Chiro, I can honestly say this. There's nothing. I've said this. I've run my race. I've won the race. I've crossed the line. Yes, things will obviously get changed. The GT3 will probably get changed for a 992 GT3. Okay. Things will get changed because, again, if I get a bit anal into cars here, that I've got the 992 Turbo S, and I had the 991 Turbo S. I've took both of them on track, and first of all, when I got the 992, people said, "Oh, is it a lot faster than the previous model?" I said, and I'd done quite a few miles in it. I said, "There's no difference. They're both just ballistically fast cars." I could not tell the difference driving them fast on a road. There was no difference. I then took the 992 on a track. I'd already took the 991 previously on a track day, and I found it to be a fast car, but a floppy car. You didn't get the GT feeling.
Yeah.
In the 992, when I took it on a track day, I thought, my God, it is getting a feeling almost of a GT car. It's that good, which makes me know that the next version of the 992 GT3 is going to be a phenomenal car. GT3,
Brilliant.
GT2 RS.
Brilliant, brilliant. I haven't got any more questions.
And almost double that for a 2RS. It doesn't just come from a firework business, if I'm honest with you. It also comes from the cars. I've always people are allowed to do whatever they want. Whether they want to lease them, big bubbles on the end of them, I've heard, but I've always wanted to buy my cars, Chiro. So I've sort of like always had finance on a car. I buy a car, had finance on it, but paid it off, and that becomes the deposit for my next car. And over the length of my life, that's what I've done. So when it's come to swapping to my next car, I've got a big deposit in the previous car I've got. Yeah. And that is what I've done. So my Turbo S, what's out here, for instance, now, and again, I don't say these things to brag off or be clever. I don't owe any money on it at all. It's completely paid for. Yeah. So when I want to swap that for let's just say next week, you say, oh, I'm going to have a Lamborghini Urus, 200 grand. I've got to find 20 grand. I'm not finding 180. A little bit different with the Turbo S, with the GT2 RS. That's a little bit different. That one, for instance, I borrowed on my Speedster £120,000. I've managed to get my GT2 RS, and I've done exactly the same loan. Right. I borrowed £120,000 on it. I'm happy to owe £120,000 on a GT2 RS.
Of course, yeah.
But
absolutely.
The other thing, I am paying that off over 5 years. It's a 5-year payment plan, and it's 6.8% APR, and that payment is £2,300 a month. You could say, Christ, why do you want to pay $2,300? You could pay $600. No, it's the way I do it. I pay it off. So in 5 years, let's just say, that car's completely paid for. So when there's something else out, what's 300 grand, and that's still worth 250 grand, let's say, well, there's my deposit. I've only got 50 grand to find.
Absolutely. That is a way to do it. There's a lot of people out there talking about PCPs, big balloons, lower payments, small deposits. And there's a lot of people that are kind of faking it to make it with, they can't really afford the car they're in, but they're using that to create an image. And I could have, my wife gave me an option before I went to buy that £10,000 Cayman. Why don't you get something newer, put that £10,000 that you've got, and pay it down as deposit and then pay monthly? And I said, no, I don't want to owe any money on it. I want to know that it's mine, and we can use it as a business tool, because that's essentially what it is. It's a business tool. And it just made absolute sense to do that. And my plan is 12 months time, buy a GT4 or a Corvette C8. That's what I want to do. But
GT4.
I love the GT4.
But this is the next thing. The GT4s, they're still 65,000 quid, are they? And I think in a year's time, they'll be 60,000. They lose, as a percentage wise, how do you buy a car what's so good? I know there's a money outlay, what loses so little for that, as a percentage wise, they're brilliant. And that's the same with my 2RS. Someone could say to me, £2,600 a week basically for a car there. But that is almost a savings plan for me. If the car's worth what it's worth in 5 years, I'm actually putting £600 a week into a pension.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, there's that way to look at it. But I also understand, you know, that the modern world we live in, people don't want to save up and work and, you know, do that. And they want it now, which is, I don't know how you stop that. You know, back when I was 17, I'd you know, when you said, would I have had a balloon? I've just told you what I'd have done at Capri. I'd have had a balloon and I'd have signed my soul away and you could have chopped my fingers off. So I know when I was younger, I would have done anything for that.
Perfect.
So,
Nigel, you've been absolutely amazing as always. Thank you very much for being one of
thank you for having me.
Being one of our first guests on the Car Chat show.
I'm glad it's gone. Do you know why I'm glad it's finished? Because I can go back out here now and look at this. Well, last look.
Go on, last look.
Oh, look at it. Just look at it. Can you believe you've been sat talking to a big fat face when you could have been looking at this? It's a lot better, isn't it? Look at that. Right, Chino, how do I end it?
You leave the meeting. If you press on the screen, there should be a red button. Leave the meeting.
See ya.
Take care, mate.
See you, Sam. Bye, Sam. Bye.
So Chiro, we got quite a few comments. I mean, it's going absolutely crazy on here. So we've got V12 Skeptics. Hello, I'm here. We've got people from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, USA.
Cool.
Size Up Wings, Fast Race 14, going crazy over the yellow in the wing. Doug from Vinwicky Porsche Fan Club. So we've got quite a few people watching. I mean, the comments are unbelievable. A couple of things I've got to say is George Grinter has commented that Ed Bolian says if you're paying less a month for than the depreciation of the value of the car, then you're driving for free theoretically. So, you know, people may put their nose up and be like, you know, he's got that on and he's from Sherborne in Dorset. You know, at the end of the day, he is bang on, isn't he? You know, if you could buy a car for less than the depreciation, you're paying for it on tick or finance or whatever you just say it. I mean, a lot of finance stuff in America is normal. It's free driving, isn't it? You know, look at your car. I mean, I've had comment after comment after comment the last couple of weeks after your video got released. That's a 30 grand car. That's a 30, 40 grand car. That's a 60 grand car. It's a 70 grand car.
Which one? The GT4 wannabe?
Yeah. I mean,
really?
Everyone looked at it, it's going, oh my God, it looks like it's worth $1 million, right? And isn't that just amazing how you can produce something for a small amount of money that is getting so many people riled up and in love? And for me, mate, you just have to take me out of it. You have to come to your snowy car park, and we have to get primarily involved in your snowy car park.
So 10th of February, when we come down to the office, I'll bring it down then.
It's done.
But I'm literally driving it everywhere because it wants to be seen. And I owe it to my sponsors for it to be seen everywhere. And if anybody spots it, they tag us on it. I put those pictures into a folder and someone will win a supercar pizza delivery in that car anywhere in the UK. That's what I'm going to do. But I love driving it. It's GT4 short shift gear changer is amazing. Manual. I could just keep driving it and it just keeps pulling. I had Ollie Brown, my racing driver, in it on Saturday, just for him to see how he felt about it. It's so well balanced. Stiff, yes, but just right for the road. But if you get that out on a track, he said it's going to be phenomenal. So April time, I hope tracks will be open and we'll be doing some of that.
Everybody loves donuts.
We just released that little donut video, which is the original Cayman doing donuts. And there's a flashbang wallop, and it becomes the GT4 wannabe.
I love it, man. I love it. So we've got Dom Dub, Dominic Sprout from Canada. He should be in the wait list, Craig. I don't know if he's in there or not at the moment. He's going to come on for a couple of minutes, have a little bit of a chat, and hopefully we'll get him on at a later date. Dom, just why we're doing the technical bits here and there, is he's world famous for basically building the Jetta. Which is Jesse's car from Fast and Furious. He's a good friend with Chad Lindbergh as well, which is amazing.
Cool.
But he has built, you know, and this guy, he doesn't just build a replica like I do, like throw some paint on it and throw some speakers in the back and go and enjoy life. He goes down the line of perfection. I mean, if guys, just go to his YouTube channel, check it out, share it, subscribe it, like it. And there is the Sparko back seats that he's done, right? And he's done the roll cage through the middle of the Sparko back seats. He's done the headrest at a perfect form. His audio, I mean, he goes and searches for the right head unit that that car would have had back in the 90s or the early 2000s. And he is a perfectionist. So if we can bring him on, Craig, that'd be awesome. I don't know if he's in the lobby, is he, Craig?
So, Sam, can you pronounce Dom's surname?
No. Not without Dominic Dubois.
Dubois.
Oh, there you go. Because it's a French language in Canada.
That's right, yeah.
So, yes, I'm pretty sure if I was French, I could throw it out there, but I'm not going to insult them.
We kind of need to spend like 2 or 3 months of our lives just like driving around seeing our friends in America and Canada, because there's so many of the guys out there.
That's it. I'm just, he's just messaged me.
So while Sam's just getting Dom involved, that's Dom Dub. If you search him on YouTube, got a great following. I love these YouTubers that do something with their cars. We're going to have Rata Rossa on at some point in the future.
I'm excited about that.
Rata Rossa, yeah. So he was with us last week at Moto Technique. We had a good look at an F50. That vlog's going to come out in about 3 weeks' time. So if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, please. If you're watching Sam on his YouTube, hit that subscribe button, because we're going to be doing this every week, and sometimes things will go wrong, and sometimes we might have someone on that's boring, but we're trying not to.
Well, we're trying not to make it us as presenters.
So I think we've got a few people watching on the Facebook, people coming and going on Facebook. Obviously, we're talking for about an hour and a half, and the attention span for anybody nowadays is 2 minutes. So we'll just do what we can.
You know, guys, I don't think people really understand just how much hard work goes into this. Craig, our director, producer, he works so hard to, put this together. His whole spare room is like TVs and cameras and laptops and
So I think he's got about 8 screens going at the same time, where he's watching what we're doing and he's able to filter videos in, etc. So Emil is just tuned in on YouTube. Mate, the Chiro is in the house. I guess that's in an allergy kind of like wording, accent. But Emil literally got onto me today, and he's really good friends with the guys at RUF, and bang, got an invitation to RUF.
Wow. Oh my God.
Gosh, that's going to be unbelievable. And I was sitting next to Scoot at the time, and Scoot was like, "Are you serious? Are you serious?" I was like, this is what it's about. It's like connecting people all the time. And Emil's been a great guy over the last few years.
I hope you go on a Wednesday, because that means I'm going to have to come in your suitcase. We've got a couple of people on my Facebook. Mark Murphy, who is a future guest, Chiro. He is the guy that owns Cartoons magazine, which I'm a massive fan. Paul Pottinger, who's a good friend of mine. Ron Madden. I mean, he is a legend. Some of the people that are following and sharing, really appreciate everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We've
got a dream, haven't we? We've got a big dream with this.
That's it. I mean, 6 feet away from me, I'm just going to grab this magazine to just go spot here quick. Just talk to you about Cartoons magazine real quick. Is that right?
Go for it. Go for it. So we've got big dreams for this. With the tech behind it, it means that we could even be having Sam walking around car shows, streaming live to our social media while I'm running the show. But we're not going to say much more about which shows just yet. We need to build this up. And I've got 300 subscribers, and I'm very proud of that. We've only just started the YouTube channel. It is tough going, but hit that subscribe button, because the content is awesome, and Josh Scoot is smashing it. Sam, you got that magazine?
So, okay. Dom Dub is working on it right now. I think he's going to be in any second.
Okay, we'll bring Dom in. We can do that later. Thank you, Craig. We'll do that later. But bring Dom in. That Cartoons magazine. So hold on a minute, because this popped up on one of my groups today, and I looked at it and I thought, hey, that's our guy. And I've got to say, this is going to be my favourite Cartoons magazine cover when I find it. Hey, it's not going to be there now, is it? Of course it's not, because I want it right now and it's not there. Look at that one. There you go, Sam. Look at that one.
Oh my God, that is so cool,
2 Lamborghini Countach on that one there.
man. So Dom's having technical difficulties, so he's going to join us another day, guys. That's my fault.
Right.
Guys.
No worries. So, Craig, if you want to play videos and just talk about it, that'd be great.
That's it. Let's throw some of your videos up, Kiro, because the quality of your filming is just second to none, man.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Scoot, I spoke to him this morning, and he's just growing with every video. Scoot's also going to be the star of the new TV documentary, which is car spotting cars in London, or spotting supercars London. And he's riding with me. So we've got a few events that we're going to. And one thing that spotters, what happens with spotters, they get well known as Scoot. He's in that middle ground at the moment where he's still trying to make it. He's got this year after college to make it or break it. Yeah. And you get a phone call and you say, there's an LFA coming in. It's getting unloaded from the ship at this time here. And we've got that call and we're going to ship my car in Milton Keynes in about 2 weeks' time to film an LFA coming off the shipment container. Wow. Now, he's going to be filming that for his own channel. We're going to be filming it for the vlog for our channel. But the TV crew are going to be filming him, filming that. So August, September this year, it'll be on TV.
That's amazing. It's people like that we've got to aspire to, you know. It is the youth of this country and the technology is moving forward, you know. I always thought I was pretty good with a computer and a laptop and a camera, but these young lads are smashing out the park in different ways that we never imagined, you know.
No, absolutely. We've got some young photographers already on board at Sharnbrook with Petrolheadonism. There's 9-year-old Cam, there's 16-year-old Lewis, there's 18-year-old Josh Sharples. Rick, Sprite, and Stu are kind of like OGs of the photography world for our events, etc. And they just come out, turn out. Let me just see if there's any more comments here. So Dom's not going to join us today. He's going to join us at some point in the future. That's cool. Craig, are you playing any videos? Ben Hammond can't hear anything.
We had a technical issue with the voice earlier. People are loving the name change.
The car chat show rather than
car chat show.
I love the car chat show.
That's it. I love the chat shit show, but realistically, you know, there's some parents out there that don't like the chat shit show. So we are the car chat show, which I think is quite cool. It's quite we have actually certified that name, which I think is quite cool.
Yeah. I don't think you want to hear any 8-year-old running in going, Mum, I've got to watch the chat shit show with it's so cool. No, you don't want that. So the car chat show, definitely the car chat show. So I don't know what the director, Craig, are you listening in? We're going to play some videos. No.
He's considering his options, I think. Go for it.
Yeah, we can. We've got it live. That's it. I've got 3 screens going off right now. Motolita steering wheel.
Love a Motolita. There's lots of Asda's own version around, knockoffs, but that looks pretty, man.
That's a pretty good one. I don't do anything with it. I did buy it for a car, and then I didn't put it in the car. I just kept the original steering wheel in it. So if anybody wants that Motolita, get in touch with me. I think we're looking at about £300.
Love it. So loving it. So we can. What Craig's done here, Chiro, is you can see the comments coming through, which is cool. We're on the Petrolheadonism channel page, and yeah, although the subscribers are small, guys, you've got to understand that that's 303 people that are genuinely loving this and know it. I mean, the problem you have with YouTube is not every person in the world knows that that YouTube's a thing or that we're on there. So this is about sharing the word, you know. I think I've got like 7,000 subscribers, and you know, the truth of the matter is it's all about word of mouth, having fun and enjoying it. We're just clicking on the new car reveal for the Cayman S. So yeah, let's watch that. Very cool, man.
So if you scroll to about 4 minutes in, Craig, just so we have to sit through all of it. But this was kind of talking through the whole project, and it was a 10-day transformation. So we filmed the car when we dropped it off at Be Cool Performance in Kettering. We filmed some bits while they were working on the car. And then obviously we had the full reveal. Now, I saw the car when it was finished at Be Cool, still in that blue form there. So there's the basic car. And then I've lost 8 kilos since that was filmed. I'm really proud of myself. And then we took the car to Rushton Graphics, and that was the last time I saw it before it was revealed. Craig, director, if you can forward it to about 4 minutes in.
I'm loving the comments that come up on the side of the video. It's so cool, man. Very cool. So we're just forwarding now to 4 minutes, and this quality of film is just unbelievable. Here we go. Making yourself a coffee, putting it in and around your mouth.
Keep going, Craig. Keep going. Keep going. So there. Oh yeah, there we go. So this is where we walk through. All I needed was my phone to reveal it. So we had the air shroud reveal system, and this was at Centurion Auto. We've got an amazing handover bay. Look at the brickwork and walking through there. Chandelier.
That looks like a night out, doesn't it, right there?
Sometimes when I'm bored, I just pop in there for a coffee and have a chat with the guys. But
lemonade spritzer.
Great sponsor and partner of Petrolheadonism 2021. So there's the car. It's got the air shroud of it by CX Auto Group, and they've come up with, there was nobody there, they've come up with this scan and reveal system where it's completely COVID-free, COVID-friendly, secure, and look, you press the go button.
Wow.
Here we go. This is the long version, by the way, where you actually have the countdown.
Wow.
And this is the reveal. So you saw it as a Cayman S. Yeah, you see them, they're nice looking cars, but then this blew me away. She's had a few more stickers since this moment. We picked up 2 more sponsors the weekend we unveiled her. And then we picked up another 2 sponsors this current weekend just gone.
That is something else, man. Like you just nailed it with a name down the side of it, Next Level. You know?
That's our scaffolding guys who are building us a car stage for our events this year. So Next Level Scaffolding Services, they built our cinema screen when we got on with it 4th of July with driving movies, and just built a brilliant relationship. Did his wedding previous October, and it's just such a nice car. But seeing that car with Next Level down the side of it, like you say, is next level. Epic.
Elevate the numbers. I love the difference between the satin and the gloss vinyl. Really, really pops. And EBC brakes. I mean, I met them lovely people out at SEMA a couple of years ago, and they're amazing. It's such something to be proud of. I mean, like Raptor, U-Pole, they're a good company that I work with. That not a lot of people know are UK based, but Roadkill. You've heard of the YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Right? So Roadkill really isn't it crazy? So I just dropped my pen. For an English guy to realise that EBC Brakes is an English company, and I learned that through watching Roadkill, is mind-blowing, So it just shows that an English company, it doesn't matter where the company is in the world, them getting their name out. Even on your YouTube video here that's going crazy on TikTok and everything. This guy, go over to TikTok, mate. He's smashing out of the park.
So we've done a reveal at the studio where CX Auto Group are based, and we did a reverse reveal. So we did the TikTok reveal and then reversed the video. It's just hit over 750,000 views on the GT4 wannabe because of the whole reverse thing. Looks spooky. But EBC brakes, that's the thing, made in Britain, and they are. They're made at Bristol and Northampton. I've been around the factory a few times. It's absolutely amazing. The CEO, James, he's probably watching now, but he's someone you want to work for. And everybody at the company respects him. And we've become really good friends. And I can call him up at 10:30 at night, and we just have a general chat. We're building a big brake kit for the Cayman, but not only just for my car, because then it will be brought to market for the whole range of Caymans and Boxsters. And it builds their aftermarket business. So they're going to use that as the mule. We're going to go in on the 8th of February, get it measured up. And then by March, we should have a big brake kit on it. Yellow calipers with EBC in black and Petrolheadonism etched onto it as well.
Oh, cool, man. I met Gareth Street.
Yeah.
At EBC. And, when I built the NAS charger, the first one, they were so excited about it. And, the timeline didn't work, And it was about being honest with them, saying, look, this car's got to be out of here in 6 weeks. It's something you can do. And he said, look, if you really want it done, we can work with you. But on the same hand, is it going to do it justice? And I was like, look, we'll do something again in the future, you know, and we'll work together. But they were so lovely, like, come up, check out the showroom, you know. They said about, like, they've got this huge cut, like, void space next to their factory, which I have never been there. So
well, we're doing a car show there this May. In May, we're doing a bike show on a Saturday and a car show on a Sunday, 2 days back to back. It's a huge area, huge car park, and anything goes. Max Drift can be doing donuts or something. Anything goes.
And maybe we could be chatting shit at the show.
Maybe we can go live and chat, car chat show.
Car chat show, politically correct, phonetically correct. But yeah, honestly, man, it's been an honour to chat cars with you, man. And every week we're going to do this. And we did speak last week about how things might change, and just shows to me that giving people enough heads up really does make a difference. We've probably got 20, 30, 40 comments tonight on just on the YouTube, not even on the Facebook and stuff. And you know, we're going to get more precise and we're going to get better every week. I mean, you know, the audio, we've had a few issues tonight. But guys, this is like our second week going or third week going. There are going to be technical issues. And
every week, Sam, we keep just pushing Craig's capabilities. So week one was in your office with cameras. We set that up, we went live, and then we're like, well, hold on a minute, we're just gone live to YouTube. What about Facebook? What about Instagram? What about LinkedIn? And so then he's built up and he's had to buy more kit in to do it. And now we're week 3, and who the hell expected a hack to come in? Do you get what I mean? So I don't think we need to push him any further next week. We've got everything sorted.
Keep as we are.
I've got a guest lined up. I've got Zach at Zach's Garage. If you look at our latest video, guys, go to our Petrolheadonism YouTube channel, Zach's Garage. What an amazing collection of cars. And we're going to go live to him at 5 next week here on the Car Chat Show. Who are you bringing?
So next week, I'm bringing Patrick from the Radical Drive Off. Cool. I was, me, him and Brian Daigle, we started the Radical Rod Drive Off to SEMA, which I met you when I drove the NASCAR to the SEMA.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
You know, being in the UK is not really something I could help with. And Patrick and Brian are taking it to the next level. It's an international drive off. So you build a car, start to finish, anywhere in the world. We've had Canada, America, we've had Australia, we've had New Zealand, England, everyone. And, you know, at the end of it, we all went to Lincoln, Nebraska to a guy called Troy's house, who is the most amazing guy you'll ever meet. And we drove from Lincoln, Nebraska to Vegas, 5,046 miles. I got nearly arrested. We had so much fun. And, you know, Patrick was there at the beginning in 2015 when we all had a few too many lemonades. And, you know, we lost someone along the way, which we'll talk about next week. But Patrick's an amazing guy. And I might see if I can get Brian as well, Brian and Patrick on together, get them to explain just about how important it is that, you know, we do stuff today because tomorrow might not be around.
Massive, massive, massive point to end on there, Sam. And yeah, let's just get everybody in. This is socializing in 2021 now because we can't all be in the same room, but we're bringing people together from all over the world and introducing new people to our people. So, Sam, absolutely amazing. Thank you to Craig, the director. Give him a round of applause.
One more thing. So on the 10th, which is our live chat together, which is socially distanced, and also we go on lockdown. But I've got a very, very, very special guest. We will reveal it next week.
Reveal it next week, but he's got 1.78 million subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
He is his videos for a while. Unbelievable guy.
And I met him at SEMA 2 by accident. And what an absolute legend. So watch this space, guys. And thank you for watching. Please share, like, subscribe, click the little tick on both of our channels, because every time we go live, you get a ping on your phone, and we'll also try and make the content better and better and better. And sometimes we might even be live at someone's house. Like today, wouldn't it have been amazing to be at his Supercar Nigel's house?
Yeah, absolutely.
Live together, you know, from 2 different separate angles. It would be super cool.
No, so I'll be out on the road. I got caught on the road last week because of the police blockage, and that was a bit of drama, wasn't it? A bit of drama today because Craig had the hacking situation. Every week there's going to be drama. I even thought I'm going to be at home from 3 o'clock, sat here so I don't get blocked in by the police. And then at 4:30, I had to drop my daughter off and got back at 4:44. And then the whole drama ensued with the hacking. But Sam, from me, Craig, Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Subscribe, comment, and like everything. Thank you, please.
Goodbye now.
Cheers. We're still live.
I'm leaving the meeting. I'm going.
You're leaving the meeting. Is he playing? Oh, no. Hold on a minute. Our Fast and Furious cars. You've got.
He's on the garage page. Loving it.
Yeah. So we got. Oh, look, he's waving. Craig, have you killed it? Are we still live, or can we kind of? I'll go to the loo now. I need the loo.
I do need to use the facilities. This big barrel of water here keeps tempting me to the fact that I definitely need to urinate.
Craig, are you there? No, we are still live. We are
definitely
still live.
still live.
Yeah, we're still alive, and there's 5 people watching us signing off. Brilliant. Yeah, so we've got a video for us to end on. Don't know if you can hear Craig there. Sam, your hair looks good tonight.
Thank you. It's a bit of a.
Absolutely perfect.
Thank you, everybody.
Cheers. Thank you. Good night. God bless. Happy New Year. Happy Easter. Happy Hanukkah. And happy birthday.
And don't eat yellow snow.
No. Geez, did you see the amount of snow? I didn't find any yellow snow, though.
Oh, I can come up there and produce some for you.
I did say to the kids, though, don't eat yellow snow. And they looked at me like, Dad.
They said Craig's got turbo lag.
There's still 4 people watching on my YouTube at the moment, and 7 people watching on Facebook for us to say goodbye. It's like that Laurel and Hardy sketch where everyone said bye-bye, 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 bye, but we're still here saying bye-bye. And yeah, what do you think of my backdrop? It's all my collection of cars and stuff.
I love it.
Oh, I've got one for you.
How much is that Porsche in the window? Oh, 59, baby. Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
This is a dub one, I think.
Love it. I had a 60 Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
We had a 59 Cadillac convertible and a 60 Cadillac convertible as our wedding cars. Because the difference is the rockets. The one had 2 rockets and one had 1 rocket.
That's so cool. So were they from Stuart from Dream Cars?
It was in Wickford, Essex, and he had to transport. He had drove them up. I can't remember if his name was Stuart.
The video's live, guys. So goodbye. God bless.
All right, see you later.
It's the same power to weight ratio as a Ferrari 488.
Where's mine? Is Chiro Champion signing off. You've been tuned in to